Good day, Metcalfe Public School, and welcome to the MPS Daily News. Today is Wednesday, November 25th. Bonjour Metcalfe et bienvenue aux nouvelles MPS. Aujourd'hui, c'est mercredi le 25 novembre. Kwe, meaning hello in Algonquin. Kwe, Metcalfe. I would like to acknowledge that we are on the sacred land of the Algonquin Nation. This land was never surrendered or unceded, meaning no treaty was ever signed for the Algonquin to give up this land. Let us begin our day by acknowledging the Algonquin Anishinaabe people for allowing us to learn and grow on their land. Miigwech. We're going to return to our work learning about our Indigenous peoples of Canada. Today, the Micmac. For thousands of years, the Micmac people made their homes in Mi'kma'ki. The earliest traces of their culture have been found in Debert, Nova Scotia, where a site is being excavated that dates back some 10,000 years. Following the disappearance of the great ice sheets of the Wisconsin Ice Age, the forefathers of the Micmac moved into this area and made it their home, living their semi-nomadic lives in harmony with nature and according to the Creator's plan. Here they lived a semi-nomadic lifestyle, moving from place to place in a regular pattern, as they followed the cycle of the seasons in search of food and resources. As they did, they developed their own distinct customs and language, and eventually became the culture known as the Micmac. Eventually, they created the 7 districts, which became the Micmac Nation. More to come tomorrow. The news for today, les nouvelles pour aujourd'hui. We're still working on the concept of regulation. And today we're going to talk about mindfulness, practicing mindfulness. One of the biggest challenges in learning to regulate and respond successfully to dysregulation is that stress and its impact is gradual and cumulative, meaning building on top of each other. Even adults don't recognize when they are stressed, since it sneaks up on us so slowly. Students are less likely to be aware of their own emotional and physical state, and often see their state as simply as how they naturally are, rather than as something they may have some control over. It's important for students to learn to recognize the signs and symptoms of dysregulation, as well as develop early intervention strategies to calm the brain and the bodies. Mindfulness practices. Mindfulness practices, with their emphasis on increasing self-awareness, can help students become much more attuned to their present state and begin to develop a degree of self-acceptance and self-control, which is key for successful classrooms. Mindfulness practices can be done as an entire class, or students can quietly do them on their own. As well, educators can benefit greatly from adopting day-to-day mindfulness practices themselves. Back to snow. Snow. It stays on the ground unless it's in the form of a boulder that you are using to build forts. Working together will make forts bigger, better, and you are being more inclusive. No throwing or kicking snow in the direction of others. Equipment use outdoors. Please make sure that if you are using equipment with your students, either in physical education or at recess, that it is sanitized before and after use. Students must use hand sanitizer before and after use. Students in grades 4 to 8 have to be wearing masks in order to be using equipment, and in grades 1 to 3, it is strongly recommended. Scholastic Book Fair, November 30th to December 11th. Let's see our commercial for today.
The guys of Shadow Squad G are back. They've saved the world from evil, and now it's time to celebrate. But is the party over when a dark force summons Mr. Snake? Is he destined for more than pool parties? Is Mr. Snake destined to take over the multiverse? And can anyone stop him? Look for the bad guys in Dawn of the Underlord at your Scholastic Book Fair.
This Friday is Fandom Friday, brought to you by the Students' Council at Osgood Township High School. Fandom Day is a day for you to show that you are a fan of something. It might be four-wheeling, dance, sports, a superhero, a teacher, your parents. Dress in a way that represents that you are a fan of something. I myself will be wearing my Ottawa Senators jersey What will you be wearing? There are no birthday wishes for today. Thanks and have an outstanding day. Merci et bonne journée, Metcalf.